Oh, it's a wet day at Rock Cottage. Full house today. All 7 of us, 2 dogs, chickens, because we're going to get a few bits and pieces done. These are the floorboards we've taken off, and that's the ones that's going on. I guess they painted them black, and then they just darkened over the years. Very woodwormy. Gonna get the saw. That's the dark stain on the beach. I've put it on this bit because we can't use it. I'm gonna get my saw, cut that, take it inside to see what I think, because if it's a good colour match, I gotta order that in. Wow, that's perfect. These are going to be clear. I'm going to sand these and put it clear. You can still see the thing sparkling off it with the light. You can feel the damp in them from everything being open, you know. Anyway, nothing we can do about that. That's going to have a clear oil on it, this and this, because it's already got that darkness. That, I think, would be too light. Look, if we just did clear on that, that's too light. There's too much of a juxtaposition. Right, so this is the colour this is going to be, because it's getting a clear. And then that is the wood if it went in like that, okay? Which is too much of a juxtaposition. It's too different. So hold up. This is with the dark stain. And the floorboards will be replacing that and going up here. Absolutely perfect. I don't want the ceiling to be too bright. I don't really want to paint. I don't want it painted white. So there you go. I think we're going to go with that colour. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Right, what else is happening on our full... We've got a full team today. So let's see what else is happening. Taylor and Harry are in the barn. They are putting the woodworm treatment on the rest of the boards. They might give them a sand for me. And then when the darker oil comes in, I'm going to oil the side that you'll see from the ceiling, so that we can just, when we put that down, it's down. Archie and David are clearing the space up here, because what we might try to do is get the ceiling down, because we're going to be pointing soon, and then perhaps start plastering in here. And that stuff, the ceilings need to be up for plastering. Oh, we're over here by the clear bit. Bless you. Like, look at this. It's just a bit, nail till a bit, nail till a bit, nail till a bit. It's such a jigsaw.
Are they for TikTok content?
They've just kept nailing bits of wood together until it all connected. That's so funny. This is going to take some pointy stick demonstration. So this board is part of the ceiling that was in the parlour. We took the ceiling down. We're left with this very strange type of joist system where they put a piece of wood to 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 make something to batten this to. So obviously that's not an ideal structure to use for our ceiling. But when it's down, we had it put to the vote on Instagram. Shall we raise the ceiling when we have the opportunity? So if you can make it out in the camera, this beam, can you see what I'm pointing to? Right up at the top. This beam here, they're like a tree, part of a tree trunk, and that goes up there. That is the beam of the one of the beams that would have been the original roof for this outbuilding. And they left it in place when they added the new roof on top. So my thinking is, what if we bring our ceiling to the outside of that original roof beam that's left in place, and then we raise the ceiling, but we include an old beam. Now it does mean that we have to keep this, which I mean is older than that roof, but not very, very old. And this one, which goes at a jaunty angle. This kind of a jaunty angle. But I think that adds to the character of that wall, because that whole wall is going like this. So I think that's what we're going to do. But in order for it to make sense and look clear, we need to get all of these down. And I don't know where to start because they're just nailed to one piece and then nailed to another. But there's only one way to start, and that's to have a go. Step one, raise the ceiling in the parlour. Can we over this way? No, if I do that, the light's going to come down. Oh, you just clip out, for goodness sake. No need for the crowing and the, but maybe a little bit over here. Ooh! Right, do you cut that across there? Fab. Right. Bring it up and over. To still have the light up. Do you know what I mean? Ta-da!
I'm just gonna slide and then fall down.
A bit probably.
So I'll take it down now.
No, but then we can't see. I'm knocking that clean out of the nails. It's not that I'm taking the nails out, the wood's coming through the nails. Right, next piece. Next piece. Can you put some of that wood out through the window? Thank you. It's not really a job to be doing when you're sick, but whatever.
Oh, right.
Watch the nails. Makes it look a bit more easier to see what we're leaving exposed, doesn't it? Because those are very old connections. That's pegged through, so that beam's old. I'm going to see if I can bring the camera up to see. And so it'd be a shame to take that down when they had the thought to leave it there in the 80s. We can leave it there too. So it's a little bit clearer now to see. This beam would be showing and the ceiling would be behind that. That makes sense? Probably not. Let me show you the peg. So if you can imagine, this was one of the original beams, I imagine, for when this was an outhouse. And then they put the new roof in the 80s onto this. But they left this here, which is great. And I guess at some point when the ceiling went in, this was added in. But I think we'll leave those. Well, they're not doing anything. This is the question we have to find out. Do we just have this lovely A-beam and we put the ceiling on the tongue and groove boards on this side so that we can keep that all the way up to the top and down? Or do we keep that and take these out? Because these are not 1980s, but they're not as old, obviously, as the original beam. And look at the direction of that. Does that add to the charm? I think that's 1900. I think when they made this a room, they put these in to put the ceiling from, and then this was the roof above that. That's what I think. But I think it's fantastic that they left that. Yeah, much to think about there. Maybe we'll leave these cross beams as well, but as I say, they are not of any particular age, I don't think. I don't know. What would you do, Archie? Leave it. Right, take that out and then that's this side done. I just have to go a bit slower when I'm not well. I'm up and down there a wee bit too quick for somebody that's still sick. Ah! Yes! I'm not having the day of it. Right, I didn't press down on it, so I don't think it's bleeding. No, I didn't break skin, I just pressed it. Ah, not my day today. Do you remember this? Do you remember this was the first bit that I built? There was much crying. The boys were here and this, I built that stone. Look, as steady as a rock. Look at that. Haha. But I never went back and filled in the rest of the hole. So I have a bit of mortar left and that's what we're going on with.